So how do I get experience making impact documentaries if I don't have experience, but I can't get hired unless I have experience? That's what we're going to talk about today. You know, when I first got started making films, I reached out to everyone to try to get experience. You know, I was told by directors over and over that they just didn't have any opportunities, but they would keep me in mind. You know, it was so discouraging. But now I understand why they said this. So I get a lot of calls from young filmmakers, and I hear the same two things. One, can I pick your brain on where I should go with my career? And number two, they call and they say, I need a mentor for my career. So let's call all this what it is. People are looking for a job where they can get experience, learn how to make a career telling stories that they really care about, and they want to get paid for it. So let's just talk about that. But first, let's talk about internships and why a lot of doc filmmakers, they just don't offer them. Well, one is that docs are often shot on location that require travel, food, and lodging. Regardless of whether you're willing to work for free, it's going to cost the production. It's just not financially practical to have interns in the mix unless you're able to offer some sort of value. And we're going to talk about that. Number two is typically impact docs are 2 to 3 people. Everyone usually is doing 1 or 2 jobs during the production to make it work. Rarely do we have a DP, media manager, gaffers, director, producer, photographers, grips, people to bring coffee. You have to transport and bring all those people, and it creates this whole thing on set that nobody really wants in impact docs because it's an intimate setting. It's just not practical for the budget either. You know, most people have 2 jobs that they're doing on set, and it's very intimate. And that's probably what the third reason is that it's all about relationships with impact documentary films. It's very rare that we hire anyone we don't know or that we don't have a strong relational reference for. Okay, so you're probably saying, TC, this all sounds great, but how the hell do I get experience? Okay, so I'm gonna offer you 3 tips today on how to get experience as an impact documentary filmmaker. Be willing to invest in relationships. Make phone calls, drive to see directors, be persistent. Here's a big tip. Watch their films and send them reviews on what you thought of their movies. Be specific in your email and tell them that you have some questions about specific moments in the film and be genuine about it. If you don't get a call back from that, you don't want to work with that person anyway. Number 2, ask them how you can help them. Be a giver, not a taker. They already know what you want. Figure out what they want and need. You'll learn a lot from just that question alone. Number 3, what can you bring to the production that has value? Let's talk about that. So here's a few examples. Are you a drone operator or a drone pilot that actually has a certificate that can shoot drone shots? Oftentimes, documentaries use drone shots as establishing shots. They're nothing real tricky, but they need to be paid attention to. The second thing is, every impact doc needs all kinds of media to promote the film. They need BTS, they need tons of social media photos and video, and at some point they're going to need a poster. Offer to shoot photos and videos for the production. They need it and you can do it. If you're good at it and you're fun to be with, you'll probably get paid to do it. It's not what you want to do, but it will get you in a position to build relationships and learn from great people. Take photos of the crew and cast and send it to them. They need that for their social media to move their career forward. Take portrait shots so that they could be used in press kits and social media. When shooting BTS, you will learn more than you ever imagined, and I've seen it dozens of times where the footage from the BTS actually gets used in the film. The directors all of a sudden see the talent in the footage and they get stoked on it. Number 3, do you have a skill or talent that would offer value to the production? You know, are you skilled at a skiing that you know how to ski and film at the same time? Are you a skateboarder? Are you scuba certified? It can be anything. Oftentimes, your resume of the things that you don't think are valuable can be super, super helpful for all kinds of productions. You know, let people know the specific skills that are related to what they're doing. Number 4, are you an expert at some sort of equipment that's unique? For example, we rarely use gimbals on shoots because unlike commercial shoots, they just take a lot of time to balance and set up. We just don't have that time. You know, can you set up GoPros? Do you know how to mount GoPros? Do you know how to set up gimbals? And here's the thing, if you're gonna claim they're good at it, be really good at it. So here's the last one, and it's probably controversial. Be willing to work for free or for a very low rate. This is always the tell of someone who's a taker versus a learner. People who want knowledge know that that's power, and power is what you need to get to where you want to go. Successful impact documentary filmmakers are willing to do what most people won't. They're willing to hustle and to do whatever it takes to get to where they want to go. If you're willing to make some cold calls and you're willing to combine some of the skills that you already have, I'd be willing to make a big bet that you'll find yourself getting the experience that you want, and you'll probably get a job doing it, getting paid. So like or subscribe. This is the great experiment. I want to know how YouTube works. And if you want to learn how to make a living making documentaries, check out docfilmschool.com. There's a 15-minute overview of our course that's really our systems for how we make docs. And have a great day and keep making documentaries.